Hello there. So while we're waiting to see if some people hop on, you may hear in the background the hum of a dehumidifier because we had our dishwasher leak. Well, we didn't know it was leaking, and it was leaking under the floors and blah, 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 blah. So we're kind of torn up and deconstructed and missing parts from bathrooms and kitchens and fun stuff. And we're down to a big dehumidifier and one fan in there, so I left it on, but the big fan's off. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. It is Saturday. The kids are home. They're upstairs. Husband is home. And this is kind of impromptu. Normally I like to advertise things like this and just let people know so I can have people on live with me, but it's one of those things where, doing this in addition to my full-time job, that I had time this afternoon to do a little training and just kind of talk about the stuff I want to talk about. And so I decided to take advantage of that time, even though I haven't advertised it. So I'm just making it work. I'm making it work, knowing that you guys can watch the replay or share wherever you want to share. And it'll work out that way too. So hopefully a couple people hop on so I'm not just talking to myself, but if I am, that'll work too. So I'm Jessica Bates, and I'm an Orange Status presenter with Younique, and just a little background on this page is that I created this page just to connect and share with other women who work full-time. They have a full-time job, but then they have something that they do on the side that's their side hustle. So I'm in network marketing. I'm with Younique. You may be with another network marketing company. You may have your own little business on the side that you're working on. It's something that you love. It's something that you're passionate about. And in a lot of our cases, we hope one day that it becomes our full-time job. And I'm going to just keep working until that happens one day, because I completely believe that that can happen. I completely believe it. So I wanted to get on here and just talk a little bit about how I make this work for me, and maybe some of you can relate to that, or find things that may work for you. And then I'd love to hear from you, like in the comments of this live, what you do that works for you, how you fit this into your schedule, how you make your side hustle successful. I want to hear from you. I really do. And so I actually, since I work full time, I go to an office building and I'm there all day long, and then I have 2 little kids and a husband and house and all this stuff, right? So I've mentioned in the last one I did that we leave the house early in the morning, and we usually don't get home till 6 or 6:30. Kids go to bed around 8 or 8:30, and then I kind of have that time in the evening to work or on the weekends. So what works for me and how I started is the social media aspect of this, the online aspect of this. I do online parties. And among all the other things that I do, online parties are always there, no matter what. That's the backbone of my business and how I've made this work, because I can do that from my cell phone. I was that person who, when I was in a random Facebook party for the crazy 3D mascara back when I had no clue what it was, that saw this opportunity and thought, are you serious? I could have a part-time job where I work from my cell phone? I don't have time to go anywhere else. I don't want to spend any more time away from my family that I already am. I have a way to have an extra income and just do it from my phone. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I try to teach other girls to be able to do, is to be able to do this from your cell phone. I do other things that I have time for, because I want to be able to speak to, how do you do a vendor event? How do you do a home party? How do you do one-on-ones or whatever it is for my team? But I love doing things like that, and I fit them in where I can, because to me, the more I can do like that to network and meet people, the better. Absolutely the better. And I love doing stuff like that. So I do vendor events and that sort of thing, but I want you to know that the backbone is online. So if you're not taking advantage of that, if you're trying to do this in addition to your full-time job, and you're not doing the online parties, and you don't have a group for your customers that you can work in and really share in and teach in, you're missing the boat. You're missing the boat, and you need to figure that out. You need to figure that out, because that's where it is. So I've been doing this for just over 2 years now, and I'm not going to tell you all about online parties or how to do online parties. there's lots of training for that, and my sponsor, Kara Lewis Newton, is the queen of online parties, and she has about 1,000 trainings on that. But at a high level, I do the online parties also because that's how I can reach out wide and far. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. There are lots of presenters here. This is also the area that Kara is from. So there are a lot of local presenters. And guess what? It doesn't mean a darn thing. It doesn't mean anything because we have the power of the internet at our fingers. And when I have an online party, I reach out to people all over the United States and all over the world. And so I have presenters all over the country. I have customers all over the country. And I don't get that reach just continually going to vendor event after vendor event after vendor event in my local town or the surrounding towns. I'm not going to get that reach from that. And I can't do as many vendor events or one-on-ones or home parties as I can online parties. I can run 15 online parties at one time if I want to, and I have. But I can't do that with a vendor event. And so online parties are what really works for me, or online classes. And another part of really making this work for me is, I talked about that evening is the time that I have. I mentioned last time that you just have to look at your schedule and be super honest with yourself about what time, when can you work this business? When, whatever it is that you do, when can you make it work? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Or do you only have the weekends? What is that time? And you have to accept that that's what you have, and don't beat yourself up for not having more, but you have to make the best of it. So it's almost winter now. It gets dark here way early, and I wake up and it's still dark. And for the longest time, I was so worked up about the fact that I can't do anything in the evening. I'm not doing a video in, the horrible lighting in my bathroom. I can't do it in the dark. I can't go live once live was, came on Facebook. I can't do this. And it's kind of the same thing as when I sat around for too long going, I don't have any time, I can't do it, and I just complained. And I did the same thing with I don't have any light. Solve your problem. Like, whatever your problem is, solve it. Be a solution finder. Hey, Nicole, you have to solve your problems. If you find that you're just sitting and you're dwelling and you're feeling sorry for yourself and you want to have a pity party, pull yourself up out of it. Find a solution to your problem. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But you know what I thought? I thought a ring light or whatever light I needed to be able to do this in the evening, I thought it was super expensive. I thought, I'm not going to be able to spend the money on this. I'm not going to be able to do this. And then I looked it up and it was like, oh, I should have done this a very long time ago. And it's been one of the best things I've ever done for my business. One, not just because now I'm able to do more, but I'm able to do it whenever I want and stress about it less. It made my working with the schedule and the time that I have so much easier. So much easier. So whatever your roadblock is, figure it out. Stop just saying it's a roadblock. Stop just saying I have this obstacle and acting like you can't overcome it and you don't know what you're going to do and you're just going to have to wait through the whole winter for summer to show up again like I did for the first year. You have to solve your problem. I cannot stress that enough. And those of you that are willing to be uncomfortable sometimes and get around those roadblocks and step over and know that maybe those situations are not permanent and you're just on the down part of the up and down, you guys are going to be the ones that are successful. You just have to know. You have to know that these obstacles, everything is up and down. It's always up and down. You're down, so you just have that much further up to come, right? So in being able to figure out those obstacles and kind of make decisions, something that's really helped me also is being a better planner. I was not a planner before Younique at all. I've said before, I keep some lists in my phone, but I have never used a planner. I've a couple times bought a planner with the intention to use it and not. But now I got this, which is way bigger than I expected, you guys, way bigger. I got this thing. It's huge. It's the same size as an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And it's fabulous. I love it. It even has a little more than what I would really need in it. But it's awesome. And it's kept me, you have that same one, Nicole? It's kept me on track more. I can plan out when I want to do things. because my life is full and busy, and at work it's been absolutely crazy, and it's really required me to be on top of my game at work lately. And I have to plan the other stuff out. And so I try to make sure that every single day I have a plan for sharing something with my customer group, or on Facebook on my personal profile, and something with my team. What's my plan? Like, if I don't know what I'm going to do, then I'm just sitting there spinning my wheels when something pops up. So what I'm doing right here, I hadn't advertised it yet because I didn't know when I was going to have time to do it, but it's in my planner, it's in my list for December. Do a training on the Slay Your Side Hustle page. So it was in there. So all of a sudden I have this time, and I looked in my planner and I'm like, okay, I did a lot of stuff this morning. I have some extra time right now. How could I best spend it? And I saw it on the list. It was like, oh, I could do that. I could totally do that. I could knock that off my list. And so it helps all the time. You need to have a plan. I want to just share real quickly. I kind of go back to the online parties and how I got started. How important follow-up is to your business. And when I talk about having a customer-based group and I do online parties and that sort of thing, the point of the online parties isn't just for sales. Like, the point of the online party is to expand my network. And so I have several of them every month because I can just do them from my phone and I've got it all ready to go. And I have to have a script, at least some form of a script. I may be able to play with it, pick what posts I'm going to use from it and kind of, go based on the party or what I feel like and change it up. But I have to have some sort of a plan, because I can't have 5 or more parties open and be on my lunch break at work going, what do I need to post in here? What day is it? What should I talk about? What should I do? No, I need to make it as easy for myself as possible. I don't want to have to think about it too much. I need to know what's next, and so I have a plan in my phone, I have a script, and I go. So that was like a little tangent. But anyway, all the people that I meet in that party, I send friend requests to the people who I've connected with in that party or who have ordered, and then I eventually get them into my customer group. And my customer group is where I can work, and I really think that teaching is so important. I really try to teach in there and share what I've learned, because you want to offer something. My full-time job, I'm in IT. So I'm a systems analyst, and I've been there for 11 years now. So yeah, I am in IT. It's completely different than this. Completely different. So now I don't remember Nicole? Now where was I? So the party, the script, the customer base group. So I get these people in my customer base group, and I teach them in there and I share in there. And that's a huge part of my business, having the customer base group, because this month, what I normally average for a month in PRS, I'm already over that already on the 10th of the month. And almost all of it has come from my customer base group. These are just the people that maybe they didn't buy in the party that I had, but now they're in this customer group and they buy from me. And I got them in there because either they were a customer and I followed up with them, or they were someone that I friended in the party and I networked and talked to them just on Facebook, and then they ended up in my customer base group. But following up is so important. You literally, if you're not following up with all of your orders, you're just like taking like a pile of gold and you're just like throwing it. You're just like flushing it down the toilet. It's horrible. Not only is it bad customer service, but it's you're not doing yourself any favors. So when I started, before I started, in July of 2014, I bought a mascara in a party, and I didn't really know what to do with it. And the girl never followed up with me. Never, And so I look back and I'm like, what if she would have just touched base with me to ask me if I liked the mascara, or if she would have just touched base with me, where would I have been? I mean, thank goodness she didn't, because I'm very happy with the team that I'm on now. But how much different would that have looked? I mean, I'm an orange status presenter now. I think I'm okay. I think I'm kind of cool. It's funny maybe some days. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. But she doesn't have me. Who knows who you're passing up if you're not following up on your orders? Who knows who's that little, person who's just ready to flourish and fly in your orders in your back office, or that you friended on Facebook and you've not followed up with them, or you're too scared to ask if they're loving their makeup because you're afraid they might say they're not. You can't do that. Don't be afraid that they're going to say they don't like it. If they don't like it, help them. Figure it out. See what they need. Maybe you can make it better. It's not that you have to return it. It's not that they don't like you. They just don't like their product. So don't be afraid to ask about it. That's been key for me, just keeping my business moving along and adding and growing. You have to follow up on every single order, every single contact, or you're going to miss out. So just real quick, I don't even know how long this has been going. Let me see. Tap 15 minutes. Okay, good. Last month, hey Kara, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but hello. Kara can vouch to this for me. Last month, I had built up in my mind, we were going to hit purple as a team. Our Brave Beauty team was going to hit purple. I had seen it. I had said it out loud. I had seen it. It was going to happen last month, okay? And then last month wasn't what I thought it was going to be at all. One, work threw me for a major loop. Major loop. I had to dedicate so much time and just energy to my full-time job. Hello! I had to dedicate so much time and energy that I didn't have as much energy to give to Younique. And I did okay. I tried not to beat myself up about that. I did an okay job with that. I felt guilty because I didn't have as much time for my team either. That's where I beat myself up the most. But we weren't even close to purple. We did great. Don't get me wrong. We did great. It was November. It was a great month. But I had built up in my mind I wanted purple, and so I was so disappointed. And I was just in a funk because of all the other stuff going on at work. Our house freaking fell apart at the end of November. We ripped up our floors. We don't have a sink downstairs. We don't have a bathroom downstairs. I hate the word discouraged. I hate when people are like, I'm discouraged. But I was discouraged. And I didn't quit, you guys. There's no way I would quit ever. This is just not me. I'm not going to quit. I'm a unique lifer. I wouldn't quit. But you know when you feel that and you're just like, ugh. I didn't quit. And I think that's such a big part of, doing this at all, being with whatever your thing is. If it's network marketing or whatever it is you're doing, it's going to be hard. And you have to just keep going. And so many of us are going to quit. And you just have to not quit. Don't quit. That's so key. I can't even explain. And I didn't quit. So I feel like I passed the test, to be honest with you. I feel like somehow the universe was testing me, and I didn't quit. And now here we are in December, and there have been great things in December, and we are right on track for purple right now. And I don't know if we'll hit it. I don't know, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep going. I know it's going to happen one day. But November was a test for me, and I think I passed. And so you never know what's right around the corner for you. And you don't want to give up because you don't know what could be right around that corner. You have no idea. You have to just keep going. I did pass the test. Not even kidding. It was rough. Kara can vouch. It was rough. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say. I wanted to kind of keep this short and sweet. Oh, just one last note that I wanted to leave you with. Being that it is the holidays and it is so busy, and you're going to probably be out of town, maybe if you're like me, or you're going to be, at travel, and don't miss out on wearing the makeup when you're with your family or friends or whatever these holiday get-togethers are. Don't forget, take it with you. Load it up. I don't care what you have to leave behind so you can take all that with you. Take it with you so you can have impromptu one-on-ones and little mini makeovers wherever you are. My family at the holidays, they're always like, did you bring your makeup? Did you bring this? I want to see it. Is the trunk in the trunk? Because you need to get it out. So don't miss out on that. When you're busy and you're crazy, just take it with you. Take it with you, fit it into the nooks and crannies of your life, and you can make this work. I promise you can make this work. It's not going to be easy. It's not, but it's completely going to be worth it. I know that 100%. And if you saw me go live on my personal Facebook wall Oh. If you saw me go live on my personal Facebook wall at I think it was end of December or very beginning of this month. No, end of November, very beginning of this month. Part of what got me out of that funk was that I did a little thing about how I got the Angel Tree cards and went to Target and got stuff. And without Younique, over the last 2 years, and the way it's kind of helped out financially, and it's one of those things, right, where you're reminded, okay, I was really caught up in a color, and there's so much more to this. There's so much more to this, so many more reasons why we do this, and why this is completely more than makeup, or why what you do is so much more than, whatever promotion is you're going for at a certain month. And it's not the most important thing. That color is not the most important thing. So I had to reset a little bit, and I feel like somehow December being so good now is my reward for having pushed through. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. This is long enough, but comment below. Tell me about what you do that helps you be successful, what you found that works out, what I really want to hear. I want this to be a back and forth thing. I know I'm the one on here talking, but I want to hear your comments. I would so love to. So everybody have a great rest of your Saturday. Goodbye.